If you can count to 3, you can make an effective daily plan, but you have to be willing to stop at 3. Hi, I'm Mystie Winckler, and you found Simply Convivial during this Organize October challenge. This year, we are talking all about making a planner and working a planner. And this week is all about that daily plan, what needs to be done in this particular day. We've already covered a calendar, we've covered a weekly dashboard planner view, but now we get nitty-gritty with a daily view. And your daily view needs to be uncluttered and concise. So we're going to talk about 3 sets of 3 things that you need every day. And the first 3 are your top 3, which are the most important 3. And you're going to get tired of me saying 3 as we continue, but it matters to get the right things done every day. So grab a basket of laundry to fold and let's dig in. So the number you need to remember for your daily card is 3. Your daily card needs your top 3 things that you need to do for the day. It's so easy to overcomplicate and overthink this selection of your top 3. But the great thing about doing a daily card is you get to practice every day. So every day you get a new chance to try again, to pick your top 3 priorities and then see how well you did. Because when you pick your top 3 priorities, you're probably going to fall into one of 2 traps. The first trap is to choose wishful thinking tasks and projects and think that your daily card is for adding more to your day. And so the things that you put on your card will be things that really are not the priorities, they're extras. Extras are not what go on the daily card. Extras belong on your weekly dashboard that we talked about last week. This week, we're talking about the daily card, which is about choosing your priorities day by day. The second trap that you might fall into as you choose your priorities is not working your priorities at all. Perhaps you correctly identified them on your card, but then you spend the day frittering your time away, being distracted, doing things that don't really matter, spending the day busy perhaps, but busy on things that don't matter, things that really you should not be spending your time doing. So whether you are wishful thinking planning or frittering away your time, practicing the daily card every day helps you recognize which trap you are being tempted by and get back on track quickly. It's sometimes hard to know what your priorities are each day because, of course, we all have much more than 3 things to do each day. So it's not about whittling down your task list so that you only do 3 things every day. It's about looking honestly at the long to-do list, at the plan for your week on your weekly dashboard, and letting yourself know what matters most today, and then doing those things first. And if you do the things that you have identified as the most important things to do today, then you are not allowed to tell yourself that you didn't get anything done today. The big list is not what we are evaluating our days by. We evaluate our days by how we did on our priorities, how well we stuck to what matters. You can't know how well you stuck to what matters if you've not thought about that or written it down so that you can give yourself a kind of objective guideline to judge the day by. Instead of going by your feelings or how tired you are at the end of the day, you can look at your daily card and say, well, I did the things that mattered most today. So even though I didn't catch up on the laundry, or I didn't make those freezer meals, or whatever extras maybe were on your radar, you still say it was a good day. I did the things that matter. I worked well today. And assessing your day properly is key to making further progress day by day. If we spend the end of the day just berating ourselves, beating ourselves up for what we didn't do, we will find ourselves just spiraling into not doing more and more. Trying to beat ourselves into doing more won't work. Instead, we need to build. We need to notice what is working and then do so more and more. So when we start with our priorities and recognize that we did spend time doing things that mattered, then we find ourselves doing more and more of that. We also spend less time in critical self-talk in our heads, spinning and spiraling into negativity about how things are not going our way. Instead, we have a short list right in front of us of some things that matter most. It is hard to pick those things, but every day you get another shot at it. So with daily practice over and over again, you get better and better very quickly if you try it, if you get started and figure it out as you go. Now, there are more than 3 things that we have to do each day, and there are different kinds of priorities that we have going on. So your 3 most important things are usually going to be some kind of task. There was a season in my life where smile was one of my top 3 because that's what I needed to make sure happened above all else, because I needed to change the tone in my home. That worked for a season, and then that space was freed up for other things. Right now, homeschool is always on the top of my daily 3 on school days. Even though we have a plan, we've been doing it for a long time, and I know that homeschooling is going to happen, I still make a note to myself, this is the most important responsibility that I have today. What matters is that that gets done, not all my extras. So you have to become aware of what really matters on your plate. And that's not something you spend a lot of time overthinking and figuring out before you get started. It's something that you figure out as you go. So get started and then figure out what is going on in your life and how you are assessing and what kind of reminders you are needing in your day. Now, another key factor to a productive day as a mom at home is having some key minimum routines in place. So in Convivial Circle, we go over these and build these out in the course Sweep and Smile. And we have the morning routine, the evening routine, and then some kind of midday routine. And if you have those 3 core routines that are each 15 minutes or less, you can actually stay fairly on top of things around the house. You won't make progress, perhaps, but you will keep things from falling to pieces. You will keep things where they are for the most part with those 3 15-minute routines. So a 15-minute morning routine, 15-minute evening routine, and then the middle of the day routine might be EHAP, which is our whole house tidy with the kids, or it could be a transformation 10, which is 10 minutes in whatever spot in the house is currently bugging you. It's amazing what you can get done if instead of following some rigid cleaning plan, you look around in the morning and say, well, my transformation 10 is that spot right there that's getting on my nerves. You just take care of it, and suddenly that mental burden of letting something bug you is gone, and instead you are the kind of person who takes care of things. That leads to more confidence and capacity moving forward, because instead of just letting things sit and stew until you have a whole bunch of time, you know that you can make progress in small increments. So on my daily card, I will choose my top 3 priorities, and I will also track my 3 minimum viable basic core homemaking routines. Now, those morning and evening routines are different for everybody. The course does not tell you, here, this is what your morning and evening routine should be. We go through a process that you can figure out what your morning and evening routine should be, but they need to be 15 minutes or less. We have time for that. We do not have to procrastinate a 15-minute routine. So, if you have your priorities for the day lined out and your core routines lined out, then you are ready for a productive day. Of course, you are the one working your productive day. And so taking care of you is also an important part of what needs to be done. So on my daily card, I actually have 3 sets of 3. This is where the 3s really come into play. So there's the top 3, the 3 priorities, the 3 basic home routines, and then the 3 personal routines. And those 3 personal routines are read your Bible, drink water, and smile. Now, if smile is something that's just a basic habit already, you don't have to think about it, it's happening, you don't need the reminder, then you can replace smile with read for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, wherever you're at. Give yourself a baby step reading habit, because moms who read and think are going to be wise mothers who are able to help their children and husbands and families more and more. So 3 priorities, 3 routines, 3 personal habits for you to have a functioning day-to-day productivity plan. That's the daily card. And we're going to continue talking about refining this habit, troubleshooting this habit, and really making it your own for the rest of the week. So stay tuned for this Organize October special. Now, maybe these 3 sets of 3 feel like a lot, or maybe they feel like completely not adequate for all the responsibilities that you are juggling every day. No matter which temptation you have, you might be making one of the following daily card mistakes that we're going to cover in the next episode, which you do not want to miss.